What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Power Wheels podcast. I am your host, Lefty the Great, and joining me to my virtual right, left, whatever, I'm confused. He's actually in that intro. You're
I
actually in
am.
that intro.
I am. Yep.
We got the infamous one, Jorge Hernandez.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, what's going on, guys? What's going
All
on?
good, man. All good. Thank you for joining us. Before we go on, I just want to say a big thank you to our sponsors that make this happen. Of course, ML Toys, Get Shiz Done Coffee, and Call RC for all your cleaning products. We have written in the written description. We have links for all of those, as well as coupon codes where you can save some money. Showing this podcast some love. Showing the sponsor some love. Shows the podcast some
Course,
love.
man.
And
Can't do
I'm
it without them. Can't do it without them. That's what I tell everybody.
you
You don't
can't.
got the support, you can't do it. It's just not possible.
No, I mean, I wouldn't even be doing this if it wasn't for Alan and helping
Hey,
me out
man.
doing this, and my daughter's enjoying it. All
Hey.
right. So if you don't know who Jorge is, I've seen him in lots of videos. He's got two young, beautiful daughters. He's
Mhm.
very active in the Power Wheels drag racing scene and modification scene. You see him with the Oxford Power Wheels. I keep getting that wrong. Oxford Power Wheels and Teter built with Alex Teter. I think
Yep,
you're
yep.
always traveling with those guys. So
I am. You know, always with those guys, I'm thankfully and gratefully part of the team. Thank you to Alex. Thank you to Oxford Power Wheels Racing for having me, man. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here with you today. I promise you that.
all right. Well, that's actually a good start. Tell us whereabouts you're located. Tell us a little bit how you got into this, and yeah, we'll start with that. Where are you located?
Man, so I'm right on Oxford, PA.
Okay.
Just same thing as Alex. He's down from Nottingham. I'm from Oxford, same exact place. Probably 5-10 minutes from each other. Um, Went to school together and things like that. And man, it was really weird how we started Power Wheel Racing. Believe it or not, I got a text one day, and it said, "Hey, want to go race Power Wheels?" I said, "Nah, this is not happening right now. This is just not happening. You're crazy. You're losing your mind." To this day, we still talk about this. I was like, "There's no way that we're gonna go race Power Wheels and have fun doing this. There's just no way." And here we are today, man, traveling, doing all this crazy stuff. Go race Power Wheels,
I
you
know.
know?
Eh,
It's
You've been traveling quite a lot. You went to Texas too, right?
Unfortunately, I
Yep.
didn't get to go to Texas. I had some things at home that I had to take care of, and I didn't get to go. I had everything planned out. We had the dates, we had everything, and some unfortunate things happened, and we weren't able to go. But man, I watched everything. I watched every video. I've seen every video that Alex has posted down. I don't know if you know the Little Rascal Racers is
Mhm.
down. Justin Jones and his wife. They're the ones that host that track. And man, talk about an awesome track. Talk about a track that you want to go visit, a track that you need to see in person. Like, I can't wait to see it.
I believe you. I believe you. So you have two young daughters. What's their names and how old are they?
Man, I do. So, Cora is my youngest. She's 2 years old. And my oldest, that most people know, is driven by Lane. Her name is Delaney, and she's the one that races the blue Corvette.
Nice.
Yep.
Uh, and I gotta ask, what's Sandpit? Where did that come from? Your nickname?
Oh man. So if you know, you know. So the sand pit. When Power Wheel started, we didn't have brake systems. We didn't have any type of safety implements. So I was the safety. I was the one catching these cars going 30, 20 miles per hour coming right at us, and it got serious, man. I seen some people kind of tumble, me
Mhm.
being one of them, and that's why I think Alex implemented the brakes. I think we sat down as a group and we came up to like, hey man, we're getting fast. We need brakes. And that's when everybody started coming in, doing their thing with the brakes, doing all types of different setup. I think there's about 4 or 5 setups right now that you can get for all types of different cars, man.
Okay. So when did this all? I guess how long ago have you been doing this? Then the Power Wheels thing. You
So Delaney is 3 now. So 2 years now, 2.5 years. So we've been with Alex since the beginning. I think we went to the very, very first event he ever hosted, and I didn't come in as Sandpit, I came in as, hey, Delaney's dad, he's here.
Mhm.
And, we needed somebody at the bottom of the track. And that's how that started. And then as that goes, I did know Alex before Power Wheels and he allowed me to be part of the team. That was kind of my set job. Make sure them kids are protected. As everybody knows, my main concern at every event is the safety of these kids. Yeah, I'm having fun. Yeah, you see me being loud. Yeah, you see me having a great time. But at the end of the day, my main concern on that track, at the bottom of that track, top of that track, middle of that track, is the safety of the kids. Without the safety of the kids, we don't have these events. And
Absolutely.
I think that's the best thing Alex has done, his safety implements, man. It's like, yo, look, I tell you, I get goosebumps. It's like going to, I don't know if you ever been to Cecil County Dragway, but
No,
that's
I
like,
haven't.
okay, so that's one of the best tracks in this area. It's everybody's local track, right? That's where everybody goes. It's like going to Maryland International Raceway, which is the biggest track around. Now, they're competing with each other. So Alex is doing events to the point where you're like, dude, is this a kids event or is this like an actual thing? Like, what is going on? It makes you like itch your head and be like, this is to like a real grown adult level. It's crazy.
Well, let's talk about that. What are some of the safety things that you look out for personally as you've been doing this and maybe can pass on to others that are doing this elsewhere?
So look, man, I'll tell everybody the biggest mistake you can make is putting a seatbelt in a kid's car. I see a lot of programs that want to implement seatbelts into your car. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen, and I'm gonna tell you how I know. I had it happen to me. It's happened. Like I seen it happen. All right. So when you put a seatbelt on a vehicle or a car, yeah, I get it. It looks cool. It's awesome. You feel like you're safe, right? When that car turns over, you want the kid to be spit out the car. You don't want your kid to be stable in that car. Why? What happens if your kid's stable? There's a chance, and it's never happened, and God forbid it ever happens. It's gonna break their neck. Seriously.
Right? Because they're going to get drugged along with the car.
Correct. So
Right.
that's
I
what's
get it.
gonna happen. The inertia of them flipping, it's gonna cause some damage, man. So, each their own. I respect everybody's rules. I think that's the best thing about Power Wheels racing right now. Everybody's coming up with different rules, and you implement from those rules. It doesn't have to be one set of rules right this second, but there is a group of people that have some rules that you should probably follow, you know?
Got you. I mean, we definitely don't want kids getting hurt in this. And when we're talking about 25, 30 miles an hour, that's a good bit of speed. If you have an accident doing that in your regular car, you're going to probably hurt yourself, right?
Hey man, look at it this way. People get hurt falling off their own feet. So just imagine that.
I know, I know. It's amazing. But safety is important. And if the way this is getting, it's all on my feed ever since I've kind of been getting into it. And obviously, what you guys are doing,
Right.
it's getting a lot of popularity, right? And we definitely want all the kids to be safe. We want the people, the parents, to be safe, even though they're there on the court. But yeah, safety is important,
Yeah.
man. It's something we kind of, I want to say, laugh at in RC racing, but one day somebody's going to get really hurt, right? Even by with those little cars, someone gets smacked
Yeah.
in the head or something like that. We don't think about that till it's done, and like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Like maybe we shouldn't have a crossover jump where that's
Yeah.
head height that somebody could get hit in the head with a
Hey
car.
man, I got to watch some of you guys down at what's that big event we went to? Motorama.
Oh
I was
yeah,
up-
yeah,
I was up
yeah.
at Motorama. And man, these cars are fast. These things are no joke. Some of these cars I was looking at, like, if you go over these fences, I'm done. That's it. We're
Yeah,
over.
they weigh about 8, 9 pounds. Those electric ones. So,
So imagine 20, 30 miles per hour. Huh. Yeah, that's a good
oh, I
hit.
know.
That's a
Oh, I
good
know.
hit.
So I saw you went on to Rockingham, I believe,
I
with
did.
Alex.
I did.
Oh, how
Yes.
was that?
It was awesome, man. We had a great time. We got a chance to record with Pinks 2.0. The No Way guy was there. I don't know if you know who he is.
Mhm.
It's one of those guys that TikTok and all that, that all the stuff we love right now, all the social media stuff. And it was a great time, man. I had the time. I have a good time everywhere I go. It doesn't we can be in our backyard racing. I'm gonna have a blast. But Rockingham, man, let me tell you, I haven't been that far south yet. And it was hot. It was boy, let me
That
let me
was
tell you
one.
something. It was hot. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, and it was hot over there, but this is a different type of hot, like hot, hot, like it was nasty. But
I
it was
know.
a great time. It was a great time, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Hey, call me. We're ready.
Ah, so that's cool, man. Alex is busy. It's very hard to lock him down to even have a chat with him, which is good. He's uber busy. He's doing a lot. He just made another channel. I'm
Yeah,
sure he
yeah,
has.
yeah,
I know how it goes because I have a bunch of people messaging me all the time too. On
yeah,
the other side,
yeah,
you get uber busy, but it's good to have people like you enthusiastic. You still got probably a long time in this because your daughters, excuse me, are still young.
yeah.
What and that's great. I'm really hoping to get my daughter up there, and it's good because I'll be able to. And hopefully, I come where you are because then you'll be able to talk to her because she don't speak English.
Hey man, just let us know. My daughters know a little bit of Spanish,
Yeah,
but hey, just bring them out, man. You don't even have to bring a car. If you're coming down, let us know. We'll get you a car ready.
yeah.
Nothing
I,
crazy
I can't
fast,
bring a
just something to
car.
have fun. Yeah, I
I
know.
can't bring
You're
fun.
in Dominican
DR.
Republic, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
Dominican Republic over there having fun, man. It's beautiful over there.
yeah. It's lovely here. It's similar to Puerto Rico.
Yep, yep,
Same
yep. My
same
mom used to
island
go
vibe.
over there on vacation and all that. They love it. So I can only imagine.
I love it here. I love it here. All right. So in the last 2.5 years that you've been into this, is obviously it's snowballed quite a lot. You're doing this. How many? I guess you're like doing this. How many weekends out of the month are you doing this?
Um, so during the summer, we're pretty busy, man.
Mm,
We start with like this year, we started with indoor first event. It was still a little bit cold. It was madhouse. It was a great event. It was packed, you know. But if I was to say, I haven't, I mean, that's a good question. I think last year was like 17, 18 events. And then
mm,
I remember a weekend when we were back to back to back to back every weekend. Then we got rained out of one event, and Alex had some compromises that we couldn't reschedule, so that was the only event that he had to cancel last year. Um, but yeah, man, we dedicate a lot of the time, and I say we, but honestly, man, mostly him. All the background work that's done here, it's him. You
mm,
see me at the events, and you see me having fun, and you see me, working around and trying to help everybody do what we're supposed to do, but at the end of the day, man, it's all him. He takes care of everything, literally. He does the background work, the front work, the side work. You call it, you name it, he does it. So honestly, for me, it's more of like, hey, make sure you're at this event so we can get it done. All right, cool, I'll be there, man. And I feel like that's why the team does so great because we have a great leader, man. It's to the point where we don't even have to say anything to each other. We can just get to an event. He tells us what to do. We set up, we get it done, and out. Have a blast doing it. And I feel like that's where everybody, you know, I don't want to say like they don't see it, but it takes a lot of work to do these events, man. It takes him 3 to 4 days doing this, doing that, and dude, he doesn't complain. He doesn't say a word. He gets it done. He'll hit me up out of nowhere. Hey, we're going to North Carolina in 2 weeks. All right, I have plans. Thanks, we're going. No, but like it's been a blast, man. We've been doing this every summer now for 3 summers, and I feel like we're just getting started. I always tell them we never thought this would happen. Let's start there. I think this idea was all him. I have no parts of this idea. I follow him wherever he goes, and I'm part of his team. But like I said, it's all him, and it's wild how far he's taken this. Just imagine, we just went to Pink's 2.0 to
mm.
record with them. A lot of people don't understand how great that is for these kids and how great it is for the program, the sponsors, everybody that's involved. This is a huge accomplishment. This is people that are on TV. You know, when when have you seen somebody say, "Hey, my 3-year-old was on a real track, taking passes down the track with a big smile on your face, like heck yeah," like not a lot of people get that opportunity, and he has offered us the opportunity as parents, as kids. It's been a great time, man. We're having a blast, honestly.
I can see the passion. So I think this is why I connect with you a lot because you and I are very similar. I can
Right,
feel
right,
that already. You're a little bit younger than me and a little bit more energetic than me, but although all those videos I noticed, obviously I know Alex, but I noticed you, right?
right,
And you
right.
said
Thank you.
something that's you said something that resonates with me about people don't understand how much work goes into this, but I can understand it because I do it on the RC side. When we have our team, I'm a part of a team that does the live streaming
Oh,
for
okay,
different
awesome.
events.
Yeah,
So
I have seen some of your streams lately. I have seen some of the shares and stuff. I know you got some stuff going on today with World Cup or something like that.
yeah,
I
that's
see.
the Euros going on
Oh,
over there,
okay.
and I was
Oh,
supposed to
the
be there. I was
oh,
supposed to
okay,
be in
okay.
Portugal. It was in
Whew.
Portugal, but I'm going there in August. But I work with we work mostly in the southeast. It's myself. So our Alex is this guy, my buddy Lance. So he has the campers and the trailers, and
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
the like
yeah.
race director, and
Right.
he's like the logistics guys. Then we have
Yep.
our buddy Danny, who's from
Okay.
South Florida, and he's the brains like graphics and computers and
Got you,
all
got you.
that type of stuff. And
Yeah.
then I'm the person that talks. And
Hey, me.
exactly.
You can't shut me up. Trust that.
And then of course we have a couple of other members to the team that help out. But what people don't see is we take a trailer full of stuff. We take speakers, TV. We put on a whole everything needed to put on the production side of a race. We take with us, and we get up there. It takes a day to set up all that stuff. It takes set it all up, get it all tuned in. Takes a day or two. And we're there, and then we go. We're going for 3-4 days straight.
Yep.
Then we pack it all up, drive back home, and then go to the next one.
Packing is
And
horrible. I hate packing. You know, when he makes the announcement, he's like, "Hey, if anybody wants to help, please help us." Nah,
dude,
but
I
it's a great time, man.
packing up is a pain. Is a pain. I know all about it.
I hate it.
You're tired. You want to get home, and people don't see that part. I understand what you're saying because we do it. I'm about to do it, and when I'm recording this, I go at the end of July for 2 weeks, and it's just 2 weeks nonstop. And we're going. We go to Georgia, and then right from Georgia to Omaha, and then back to
Oh,
Florida, and then back home.
wow.
So I get it. I get it. But to be fair, Alex obviously has a lot of trust in you. That's why he's always got it. Have you in the team there. So I don't want to. You shouldn't downplay your role because obviously you're
Oh
important in
no,
that.
no, 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 never down, man. I don't look, man. It's just we're so grateful for him. If
I
all
understand
right,
it.
so that part that's just one part of it. He sponsors my daughter also. He's
Mhm.
taking care of her car. Just check this, right? 3 cars, himself, plus my daughters, plus his daughter. Whatever breaks on these cars, he was fixing at the track. It's just so much credit that on things that people don't see, right? But like my
He's a good
part is
dude.
fun. But sad, like thankfully I got the part that everybody gets to see. You know, you see me in the video, you see me doing this, but he really has the hard job, man. And that's the part that I always want everybody to remember that look, I'm part of this team. I love this team, but that's the man behind this team. Without him, we're nothing. You know what I mean? Like that's all it is.
He's your Lance. He's my Lance. He's
Yeah,
Alex
man.
is my Lance. I have a phrase called NDL, never doubt Lance. We're gonna say never doubt Alex.
Yeah.
He'll get it done.
Man, don't say Alex because I might not know who you're talking about. We don't know him as Alex. You guys know him as Alex, but we know him as
Ooh,
Teter. You know
okay,
that?
that's
That's what
just
people don't know. So you'll be like, sometimes people be like, "Where's Alex?" We'll be like, I don't know who Alex is. Where's Teeter? Oh, he over there. You know, like no, but no, it's little, little team
yeah.
things that you come up with, little as you go, you know, things
I
like
get it,
that.
man. And we have a lot of fun on the road. We have a lot of fun, and we spend a lot of time together. So it's lots of jokes. It's lots of stupid things that people will never see, and I enjoy it. I've actually been home for about 2.5 months. I am ready to get back out there
Oh man,
and
I'm
enjoy.
ready to go race this weekend. We're ready. I'm ready. If I could be at Maple Grove today, I'm ready. I already took off work. I don't need to take off work, but it's a tell me twice that we going racing. I need 3 days to get ready, only 1 day to get. It takes me 35 minutes to get to the track, mind you not. So I'll be at the track in 35 minutes. I don't need all this time, but and I'm
There
having
you go.
fun, man. It just like I know a little bit out of topic here, but just when we went to North Carolina, you want to know the highlight of North Carolina? These kids had our buddy Adam. Um, the little girl in the beginning of the video, Hazel, with
Mhm,
the blue car.
mhm.
So her dad has a 6x6, and he brought it down. It's like a big trailer thing, and he had all the kids in it. It was pouring. I'm talking. There was no racing in sight. Everything was underwater. It was disgusting. These kids had the time of their life. I bet you anything. 10 years from now, I'll see one of these kids and they'll be like, "Hey, remember that time in North Carolina when we got in the car with Adam?" I promise you, I'm gonna see that day. I promise.
Making memories. That's what it's
Yeah,
about too, right?
yeah, man. That's like the videos. That's what you guys see, right? But being there, seeing the excitement of the parents, seeing everything going on is such a I don't know. It's an adrenaline rush. It's like being on the real track. Like for you, maybe RC racing, like maybe your buddy made a pass and you're excited. Every time we see a kid that's part of like kids that we like see every month or that we've been seeing since day one. We have kids that started on stock class. My daughter, for example, she started with a Jeep that I bought from Alex for like $30, right? Then I won a Mustang for $5 out of a raffle, a fully built Mustang from Alex, right? Goes that. Now, what happens from there? I'm like, I don't know if I want to race. I don't know if this is for us. I got news for you. If they like it, if they want to do it, they're going to beg you for it. I have
Mm.
my kid wakes up in the morning talking about, hey, dad, I want to go racing. Hey, dad, can we go race? It like, it's a lifestyle for them at this point. My daughter's 3 years old, and all she knows is racing, food, sleep, and her colors and numbers. Like she's having a blast. What else can she ask for?
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's for, right?
Right,
For the kids, and it's good to see the parents getting into it. I could imagine how parents get into it because I've seen some of the videos how proud they are and they're clapping. You got to cheer these kids on. It- Unfortunately, in RC, we don't have that. You would think we do, but we don't.
right,
RC is more men like me, and there are kids, and
right,
I've been fortunate to take my son to a race, and we do try to promote the kids a little bit more, but
right.
as an industry as a whole, we don't really put any focus on them, and it's one of the things I'm very vocal about on my other podcast. But with this, it's all about the kids, and it's the adults who are having fun through the kids. So that's even better.
Man, we're having a blast. I'll be honest with you, man. I've been doing this 20 plus events. I have never had parents argue with each other over a race, a win or
Good,
lose, ever,
good.
ever. And I think that's the biggest thing that Alex promotes to the people. We're here to have fun. We're not winning $1 million of this race. He does I don't know if you know he does bigger racing. Trevor does
Mhm.
some quarter midget stuff. So he implements a lot of that stuff that he's learned from them into this, and dude, he's killing it. It's just I feel like when you get to that point where you don't have to worry about parents arguing with each other after a race, maybe if we have a huge race like Fast Life Fest, there's one or two people that are gonna get upset. Those people that go missing and you call their name and you try to bring them up and they don't come up and they miss their opportunity. Look, we're gonna work with you. We're gonna let you run. Just know you're no longer in a competitive field because you missed your spot. Are we gonna let you go down the track? Yeah, of course. We want your kid to have fun. It's not their fault that you were distracted. But I also need you to understand that we're running an event and we're trying to get things going. And I feel like that's the point that a lot of people miss. So, like I said, it's having a blast, having fun, man. It's all that I want the kids to do. I I don't know how it's gotten to this point where we can trust the parents to not get into arguments and things like that. But we've provided a safe environment for these kids. I think everybody knows that when we come to these events, we're there for the kids. It doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. If you're there, it's for the kids. As simple as that.
That's actually really good because that was going to be one of my questions. Because obviously, we see parents. We're all parents. We get emotional when we see our kids, right? Obviously, some parents go over the edge. We've seen soccer moms and stuff go nuts, and
Yeah.
I understand where it comes from. I don't get it. I don't do it myself. But that's always a good environment because we have to teach kids that not only can you win good, you have to lose good at the same time. Not everybody can win. I think it can only be one winner at the end of the day, and especially in racing. So it's really good that it's it's really good that you guys have garnered this safe. Like I don't want to see parents arguing over who came. It's not about that. It's about these kids getting experience. It's about these kids socializing with people. learning stuff. Who knows where this is going to go later on in life for him? You know, we see lots of people getting attention here with the Power Wheel stuff, and if it stops being fun, and if it gets too serious for these two things, that's when it kind of there's going to be plenty of time to be serious about this when you start getting up into this higher upper echelons of stuff. So let these young kids have fun, let them enjoy, and I think if you can do a successful pass, that's a win.
Man, that's a win. Let me let you in on a little bit of a secret, right? My daughter doesn't have a lot of wins, man, and we've been doing this for a long, long time. And I
Mhm.
tell you that proudly. I literally, dude, I couldn't be more proud of that kid. If I don't even know what to say. Like, she's taken so many losses and she just keeps her head up. I came back from some life situations. As soon as I came back, that kid gave me a win. Literally,
Mm.
46 people bracket, took first place and killed it. Never had one before, never nothing, right? But my thing is like a lot of people get frustrated when they don't see them wins. It's not about winning, man. We're to a level where we want to teach these kids, hey, kill that like, hey, make it down the track. Hey, when you win, shake your buddy's hand. When you lose, shake your buddy's hand too. So I feel like a lot of people misconstrued the fact that we're also building structure with these kids, right?
Mm.
So
Mm.
not just our kids, but everybody's kids. And we're lacking that right now, man. We need more
Mhm.
programs like this that want to build character for these kids in a respectful and right way. And this is one of the best ways I found, and I come from a pretty rough background, and I'm not scared to tell you that I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. If you know the background, you know the background. It
Mhm.
wasn't easy growing up. It wasn't terrible either. But I also seen some stuff that I probably shouldn't have seen, and I don't want our kids to go through that. So I feel like racing right now is one of the biggest outlets for these kids. Let's say, look, man, when I first got the idea brought up to me, like I told you, I told Alex straight up, you're nuts. You're crazy. You're losing it. Like, no, let's not do this. But, followed and it worked. And I feel like when you go to a track, there's drinking, there's all that stuff going on there. You can't take them away from that, but you can teach them, hey, right and wrong. Like when you go to the track, if you're here, you go with mom and dad and you go race your car and we go home. Simple as that. A lot of people see the track as a bad place or a place that they don't want their kids. Dude, that's not how it is. We're building a program, and this is the perfect program to show everybody that, hey, racing is for kids too, man. It doesn't matter how young or how old they are. They can start racing now. You're 3 years old. Bring them out. Get a stock car. Get them down the track. I think it's a great outlet for those parents. I love drag racing. I was to the point when I first had my daughter, first daughter ever, first kid ever. I was lost, man. I didn't know what I was gonna do for fun. She's a girl.
Mm.
What can I do with a girl? I don't know. I I, I never played with Barbies. Like I don't know. Then we found drag racing, and now drag racing is for boys, girls, mom, dad. I seen it all. I seen moms building cars in the pits. I seen moms taping tires. Excuse me, my wife herself, she comes out and she does everything she has to do with the kids, stages them, waits at the end of the track, she takes videos for me. This is a family adventure.
Mm.
We're to the point where this has been made into a family day. Like if you really want to go out and have fun with your kids from ages, I don't know, 0 to 10, and you have a Saturday free, come do it. I promise you. If you're not fast, if you're the fastest, you're gonna come back. You're gonna want to come back. I know people that know nothing about drag racing. I know guys that never even touched the track, never even went through the gate to that track. They come down and they love it. They fall in love with it. I know some people that hate it. It's just like anything. You gotta try it. You gotta see how you like it. And I promise you, if you come down and you try with Oxford Power Wheels Racing, you're gonna love it because we promise you a great experience every time. And I think the motto is, how can we do better than last time every event? Literally, that's Alex's motto. How can I do better than the last? How can I do better than the last? Like he always wants to elevate, and I feel like him having that mentality puts all of us in that mentality, right? Like if you have a leader that wants to do good, you want to do good, And I feel like that's when Alan said the other, and thank you for the shout out. I seen it on ML Toys. Thank you so much, guys. I honestly appreciate it. I know they're one of your sponsors here, so just wanted them to know that. Thank you. So he said that I never stopped working, right? I never stopped working because Alex never stopped working. So if he doesn't stop working, why would I? Because there's things to
Mhm.
do. We gotta prep the track. We gotta make sure kids are going down the track. It's not hey, I'm doing it so people see it. No, dude, we do this because we love it, because we have to do it. We gotta make sure these cars go down the track safely, accurately, and fast. It's man, we created a family out of this. Honestly, it's been probably, I'm 30 years old, and it's probably one of the best experiences I've had to date, honestly.
It's probably helped you a lot, period. Just
As a
in your
person,
life.
yes.
Yeah, as a
Yep.
person too, like, I remember when I was 30, I didn't have
Yeah.
kids.
Oh, okay.
I had mine a little late, but, I was still when I was 30, I wasn't worried about Power Wheel racing, I could tell you that. I was,
Yeah.
in them streets having fun.
No, man,
Um,
no. Yeah, none of
but
that for us, thankfully.
yeah, I can see the passion for you, and I like it. I love it, and that's why I knew we was gonna have a great conversation. That's
Yeah,
why I
man.
knew
I,
this
I
was
was
gonna
looking
happen.
forward to sitting down with you. I actually used to talk about you before you ever even hit me up. I was like, yo, man, I hope one day I get to sit down with Lefty. And then you hit me up. Like, I ain't showing much emotion, but I was jumping, man. I said, yeah, it's my turn.
That's good. Well, we're gonna have to get you back on her because I love the energy. I saw you building a new car.
I am. So,
Tell us a little bit
um,
about that.
so a lot of people don't know this either. I don't build cars, man. I haven't built any of our cars. Um, so as I was telling you, we've been fully sponsored by Teter Built Racing. Thank you to them guys over there, man. They take great care of us. Got them guys on board. We've had Retro Concepts on board. Hauser's Automotive. Irish Twins Racing, which is my daughter's race team, and it's man, it's been great. But I'm gonna tell you what happened, right?
Tell me the story.
Bracket race that I was telling you she won. We almost
Mhm.
didn't win that. She broke down, and I literally looked at Alex and I was like, "That's it, bro. We're out." He said, "No, you're not." I said, "Bro, we're out. I just literally busted 3 gears. We are out." He said, "No, you're not. We're gonna get this car running." I said, "All right, no problem." So 20 minutes later, he got the car running. We went to the back, got that, won that, kept winning all day. Got to the bottom, won that. Man, I was on my way home. And let me tell you about frustration, right? Not being able to fix your daughter's car right then and there, just because you've been relying on your sponsors to do it for you. It was the worst feeling in the world. All right. It was terrible. And that's when I had that point and I was like, dude, I gotta learn how to build these cars. I'm too far deep in this to not be building cars. I should have been building cars a year ago, but got comfortable, man. And I don't mind telling you this. Like it is what it is. What 3-year-old do you know that can tell you, hey, I'm sponsored by them. I didn't have to build my car. It's like a real race program. It's just like, I don't know, when people get a car and they drive it, it's our car, but it's really a sponsor's car if you really think
Mhm.
about it. But I'm driving it. So that's what was going on. We had fun with it. And we're gonna keep that car exactly what it is. That car has a lot of sentimental value to us. She has grown her social media thanks to that car. You know, millions of views with those cars, and man, I couldn't ask for a better team to be part of. I couldn't ask for better sponsors. I couldn't ask for better people around us, man. All these parents, the kids, they play such a special part in every event and everything we do. If there wasn't for them, we wouldn't be doing this. Same thing with everybody else. Like, if you guys don't come to these events, we don't get to do these events. And we Man, there's no profit in this for anybody. I promise
Mhm.
you that. We come in and we do this because we love it. And that's been since day one. And it takes a lot, but we do it happy, man. Like I'll tell you, and I've told Alex this before, dude, we just need to go travel and do this for a living, you know? Just call us the agents and farm trucks or the Cletus and George of Power Wheels. Do something, figure it out. You know,
I
like
think you guys I think the next thing for you guys would be getting it streamed for people to watch at home live. Um, that would be cool. But I want to redress. So I because I loved your reel the other day about you building the Lightning McQueen.
right.
And I didn't realize that you didn't had never built cars before. So this is the first one that you're building.
It
Are you
is.
like mechanically inclined? Did you like or
So I used to dib and dabble in the cars,
right?
I had a Honda. The big thing for me was posting, man. I like street racing. That's what
Mhm,
I do. There's a couple
mhm.
pictures. If you look through my Facebook, there's pictures of me flagging street races and things like that. So I feel like I'm still doing the same thing, kind of. I got to announce a couple events and stuff like that,
Nice.
get behind the mic and things like that, and it's same thing, I'm just living it through the kids. I feel like I'm in the same spot I was on the streets, and I get the same adrenaline rush with the street racing that I do now with this racing. And people are like, "You're crazy." Nah, dude, try it. Like every time a kid makes it down the track safely, you're just like, "Whew, yeah, let's do
That's
it
good.
again." Yeah,
I
like
want
let's
you
do it again.
I want you when my daughter ever makes it down to a track and race. I want you catching or being aware of her because I know she's in
Hey
safe
man,
hands.
I'm here, brother. I'm here. I love it. I still do it. I'm a little limpy right now still. But I still got the hops. I jump right over them cars if I have to. I'm not worried about it. I'm having fun, man. Like, whatever job he gives me, I do. If like last event, nobody has to tell me I have to prep the track. I know we have to prep the track. Either he's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, Doug's gonna do it, and he's been at the track at the bottom of the track lately. Or our buddy Cody that's been helping us a lot lately is gonna do it. So I got news for you. I better just hop in, get it done, get to the bottom of the track, do it again. We got a whole day to go, man. We either keep up or we're done. Like we
I
got
get it.
choices here.
Everybody pitches in. All right. I'm not going to keep you too long. I still want to know about that Lightning McQueen. What
Yeah,
is the
man, I got
plans for that
time, brother. I
thing?
got time.
What are the
So
plans for that?
I just ordered some 7075 motors. We're gonna do first gear delete on it. I am sponsored. Well, she is sponsored by Retro Concepts that send us in, man, some beautiful, beautiful boxes. First time running them. We're super excited. We just tried them out. They look promising, man. Let me tell you something. Retro Concepts has been treating us good. Um, Also running the Teeter built ones on our index car. That car will never change. I know a lot of people question me on that. What am I going to do with the Teeter built car? Nothing, guys. I'm going to keep it exactly how it is. We're going to keep it Teeter built car. That car has a lot of value to us. But back to the McQueen. 775 motors. We're going to do dual motors each gearbox, so 4 motors. You're not going to get competitive right now if you're not running 4 motors in the modified class.
Mhm.
You will be competitive if you're running Index. Index 3.0, which is the new class that he just implemented.
Okay.
You will be good if you're running a single motor. We've been running a single motor, getting our used to the car. Obviously, now we're moving the car to a different class due to some rule changes. But man, it's the McQueen is gonna fly. I promise you that. Like I said, retro gearboxes, 775, deleted gearboxes, upgraded wiring, you name it, it's done to that car. I should have it done tonight or tomorrow. I know everybody's been asking me. I'm one person here, man. I go to work at 4 in the morning. I'm one person. So we're gonna get that done, man. We're having a blast. Like I tell everybody. It's not hard to build these cars. Alex has it through Trevor's Fast Life, Teeter Built Racing. You just watch the videos. I've had to watch the video 32 times. All right. I don't just have my buddy that I can text 32 times in 5 minutes to build the car for me. Do the same thing I do. Go watch the videos, rewind them 10 times, do it again. It's all there for you. If you want to race, just do it, man. You don't need a fast car to come race. That's where everybody gets it messed up. You don't need a fast car. Come test it out with a stock car. Once you see the faster cars, you get the bug. I promise you. You're not even gonna need to love it. You're gonna love it from the moment you get there. So just if you want to try it out, we'll be at Maple Grove. I don't know when you'll have this out, but we'll be at Maple
I'll
Grove
probably be out
June.
Friday. This Friday.
Okay, so we'll be out tomorrow. So on Saturday. We'll
Mhm.
be at Maple Grove Raceway on June 5th, right
Okay.
after the holiday. So,
Sweet.
man, we're gonna have a blast.
I have a question. Maybe you
Mhm.
can shed some light on the index class because I did see the video that Alex
Oh,
put out about it. Maybe
um,
you can tell us a little bit more about it.
yeah, yeah. So, the day it came out, I actually so one thing about Alex is he'll ask everybody's opinion and try to go with the majority of what people want, right? Um, 3.0 index, you're gonna have to run a 3.0 or slower to stay. So it's like bracket racing. It's kind of like it's kind of difficult to explain, right? Which is what I was telling Alex. So
Mhm.
for us that we've been racing before, we know what index is, right? And you probably have
Mm.
index and RC, which you probably had to stay under a certain amount of time and you can't go faster than that time. Well, let's give you an example, right? So 3.0, Delaney and Cora are racing each other, right? 3.0 is the time that you want to go. So 3.0 is the goal time. Let's say the goal time, right? So
Mhm.
you go 3.0 or slower, 3.1, 3.2, 3.5, 3.6, right? Fine. But let's say you go a 2.9, you're
Mm.
disqualified.
Mm.
Okay. So it's
I
like
get it.
kind of like bracket, but a little more difficult. I feel
'Cause
like, go ahead.
you have to not go too fast. It's so
Right.
I get it. I'll give you an example in a minute. Go ahead, finish off.
No, no, but like I was saying, so you can't go a 2.9 or a two nine
Mhm.
nine because you're out. If your buddy ran at 3.2, which was slower, right? But you run a 2.9, which was faster, you still lost because you got out of your bracket or your index. We do, real cars do like 10, 11, 9 second index, right? So we're doing a 3 index where we can't do a whole bracket because bracket is like literally its own event. You got to do an own event for bracket. So he added this third class where, hey, little Joe can build a car and little Mo can build a car, and also the people that can build fast cars can get in it too, because
Mhm.
not everybody has the same knowledge. Not everybody's going to be able to put two motors in a gearbox. It's not easy. I've seen people do gearboxes for 3 hours just trying to get two motors in, and that's not everybody. I'm talking like people that are not used to doing. Now
Mhm.
you give them to like a Teeter, he'll probably be done in 10 minutes. Like he's done 30,000 of them. So that's all it is. It's I feel like we have well he has created this class, right, to open up to more of an audience, because you get discouraged, man. You get discouraged when you come to an event, right, and you're taking an L and L and you take an L again and an L again. How can I get better? Now it's up to you. You got to know your car. Like, I can already tell you, I can just take Delaney's Corvette and I'll run a 3.1, 3.2 all day. That's what we've been running for months. Nobody knows that, but 3.1, 3.2 over 30 passes, literally at 3.1, 3.2.
Mhm.
And that's on a simple, super simple setup. And you're gonna have to figure it out. It's not gonna be easy. I tell everybody. I've been telling everybody for weeks. I got everybody asking me now, "Hey, what? How do I do this? How do I do that?" Hey, buddy, I got news for you. I'm figuring it out too. So I don't know. Like, I don't
Well,
know.
I get the concept. Basically, it eliminates people from having to have a lot of money in cars, and you wanna get as close to that 3.0 as possible, and that's the goal. That's a challenge in its own. So, it's my buddy used to tell me about this. He used to race RC concrete oval, and he was
Okay,
like,
okay.
"You know that one of the funnest classes that we used to or races we used to have was" he used to call it, where you couldn't break out of a you couldn't exactly like this, a lap couldn't be less than a
Yep,
certain time.
yep, yep.
Right?
You
And
got it.
you had to try to figure out how to go as fast as you could without overstep it, like being disqualified, but being as
Exactly.
close as you could to that time and then battling everybody else in it. And he
You
said it was
got it,
some of the
man.
most fun. I
You
understand it
got it.
100%.
You got it. Because
100%.
right now I can just first round, if I'm feeling froggy, I don't care. I want to see how she's doing. I'll throw a Forge 8 on, right? Which is a smaller battery. Or if I
Mhm.
really want to, I just put her D-Ward on just to make you fall asleep on her. Then I promise you, when I come back around, I'm gonna throw that 12 battery on, and you're gonna be like, huh? You get what I'm saying? Like it's again, it's now what you, that class will have you to the point where you have to test. If you're coming to the track untested and you're not coming to test that morning, good luck. Good luck. You'll be out first round.
I love it. I bet you it's gonna get uber competitive. That's just good.
Yeah,
It's a different
yeah.
lesson. Different
Hey man,
lesson.
I think every parent should know what they're what they're and again, I say this now because I'm having to do it.
Mhm,
I didn't know how to build a car 3, 4 months ago. And when I say I didn't know how to build a car, it's not that I didn't know how to build it, it's that I never got my hands dirty doing it. Can I tell you how to build a car? Yeah, 100%. I've seen how it's done 100,000 times. You know what I'm saying? I'm around this literally every day, every weekend. My daughter has cars that I can just literally open and mock exactly what's in there, right? But now, what's gonna do is a lot of people don't know, but if you have a Power Wheels, I promise you, you have a draggy. Think about that. Think
mhm.
about it. A
I
draggy.
s
What's a draggy for? A draggy is for a real car, like a real car. Measure your 60 foot, your quarter
mhm,
mile, your half a mile, and your mile if you want it to. So same exact thing. It's getting to the point where you have to know your car. It's not just like, hey, put a bigger battery in and see what happens. Nah, man. Now you know your car, you're gonna lose. And there's different classes. We still have our fast class, we still have our modified class, we have outlaw modified, now index stock, and there's bracket racing at other events. Like at this point, I think we can make bracket modify stock outlaw 4 classes so far that we can run at any event if Alex wanted to do that.
that's good.
Yeah.
And this seems to be, I don't know if it's growing or it's just becoming more visible, but across America, it seems there's pockets of, obviously I'm talking to my buddy Brian, he's over in the Midwest, so he's telling me about all the stuff that's going on over the Midwest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You guys seem to be probably more of the bigger group of people doing this,
yeah,
obviously, and you have some great social media backing.
yeah.
But that's great because it's encouraging for these people to get on. Like, I like Alan's thinking of this, like having a national event one day. Can you imagine if we go to an event and it's like hundreds of people there coming to race and it's like
Oh,
a
I
proper event?
Hey
Like,
man, I can see it like I
I
always
know
tell
it's coming.
everybody. I want to see it. I want like a World Cup finals of I don't know if you ever heard of World Cup finals, but World Cup finals of I don't know Power Wheels. Oh yeah, they do have RC World Cup finals. Same
They
thing.
do.
You get what I'm saying?
Every 2
So
years.
same,
Every 2
yeah,
years.
same. I literally just learned about this, so that's crazy that we're even talking about this. But yeah, man, I feel like it's gonna get there. And I know a lot of people, might think and the fear with what I'm about to say, but Oxford Power Wheels Racing is the one that's gonna do it. It's gonna be proven, man. It's 120 cars at one event, 130 cars, and it's hey man, I'm not one to brag, but we're bragging about that all day.
Well,
120 cars at one event,
that's a good event.
killed it,
That's a
dude.
good event.
Killed
That's
it.
a good event. I well, you guys the do are killing it, right? And he's killing it, and that's what I have on my feed. That's why I'm happy to talk to you, and it, it's getting eyes on it. Like, so I advertise for ML Toys on my other podcast, right?
Oh,
And
okay,
sometimes
cool.
the R and sometimes the RC guys are like my co-hosts, they're young, they can't grasp it. I said, when you have kids, maybe one day you'll get this. But I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
dude, people are into this, and a lot of like the motors are the same size as some of the RC motors, like 550,
That's
770s.
Imma tell you, that's what's gonna happen. That's exactly what's gonna happen. It's creating itself now, right? It's gonna
Mhm.
get to the RC guys, and it's gonna blow up because you're literally playing with RC cars. That's all it
Yes.
is. Gears, pinions, RPMs, this, that, voltage, all that stuff that you guys do. I know I just read somewhere that you guys have like I don't know if it's a button or a system that you can push more power through your RC car as it's running, like
So so that was what Brian was on about with the brushless stuff, right? So with brushless ESCs and all that stuff, you can program them. So you can have two.
forget brushless, man. I don't
I
even
know you're not.
nah.
Why don't you like brushless though?
It's not affordable, man. It's not. Look,
You
I'm
know?
gonna talk. Imagine, I'm gonna put it this way, right? Imagine having a Honda Civic,
Mhm.
1995, because I like that year. Okay, turbo, 400 horsepower. That matter of fact, let's exaggerate, 700 to 800 horsepower. Make it fair. to a $100,000 car and get dusted by it, how are you gonna feel? Embarrassed, right? It's gonna be embarrassing. Imagine putting Trevor against Boucher, right?
Yeah, Boucher, Brian's
Boucher.
car.
Yeah,
Brian.
Brian's car, and getting dusted by a non-brushless setup on $400 against 2,000.
Well,
I
you
just
got to. I get it.
mind
So
blown, bro.
I get where you're coming from, but I also
Yeah,
understand his point because
right.
in RC for years it was brushless. Sorry, brushed, right? And it was a
Yeah.
art to brushed, right? You had
Okay.
to. So there was like cutting them. So like people were there are motor guys. It's art to brushless too. So we
Oh,
have
okay.
so yeah, so in RC, especially in electric, in 10 scale off-road and on-road, there's modified class where you can run any size motor, so any turn motor or KV,
Yeah.
and then stock in America where you have to run now it's brushless, but you run like a 17.5 turn in two-wheel drive and a 13.5 in four-wheel drive. And then you have motor guys tuning these things and
Man,
tweaking them, trying to get as much power out of them.
you
That's why I
see?
like that class because people can cheat and
Yeah,
get disqualified, and
yeah.
it's emotional.
Hey,
But
man, we call people cheating doing this. So what's the difference? What's the
but
difference?
but I think I understand I understand your point as well. But that's the same thing that we went through. Well, what happened
Right.
was uh, electric racing pretty much died for a while, right? Because that's when nitro racing, which I'm really all about, nitro is the glory is my motto. That kind of took over. But what saved electric racing was lipo batteries and
Right.
brushless technology. And it stopped from so before we had to take a motor apart every time, a brushless motor apart a brushed motor every time you took it apart, redid the calm. These guys were deep.
Yeah, that's
Now
too
with the
much,
brushless
man.
setup, so we have with the brushless setup and the motor's just a part of it. The
Right.
ESC is programmable. So I have an ESC on my electric truck that I keep in the States to race. It's like a
Okay.
it's electric, and I just go into an app on my phone and I can adjust all the parameters on that ESC.
Yeah,
Now
I mean,
that same that
yeah. I mean, I guess, man, I guess it's lack of how do I put it? I don't want to say experience. It's not a lack of experience, but I haven't
I
first I
I
haven't
guarantee
seen one in person. Let's start there. I haven't seen
so
one in
he
person.
got you.
Yeah. So
And I get it. I get your point too, but what you're talking about, like all that programming stuff, imagine what he's using. So he's using two of those. He's using a different type of ESC, but imagine he's
right.
using two. Maybe you got away with one, right? You could just go in there, program that stuff. Now that might get a little deep for some people, but maybe that's going to be that
But
uber
we're
modified
doing that.
class.
We're doing that with the brush
Really?
stuff. Of course. I mean, we got Kelly controllers, right? Kelly
Hmm.
controllers, I can go into my computer and adjust how high or how low. Obviously, it's not,
Mm.
RPMs and you got all that sweet stuff, all the sweet stuff, but I can do the same thing, just high, low, medium. I mean, it's not as
Hey,
fancy, but my car's
maybe
plugged into a computer.
I, maybe it's the future of the what's the uber modified class.
Yeah,
Is it an expensive ups? Is it expensive to do it? Yes, at the moment now.
I think
But
so.
I tell you what, I do agree with him. They last forever. I have plenty of brushless systems around here in my studio now, and I'm about to take
All
one
right.
of another. I've had it for years,
Oh, okay.
years,
Yeah.
years. But honestly, in my industry, it rejuvenated electric racing, and now we have 8 scale buggies and truggies that we didn't have before, and
Yeah,
lipos, obviously. But
I'm sure
what
as we go and as
exactly?
people try to outlaw is super competitive right now. Let's just be honest.
Mhm.
These kids are going 2-0s, maybe 2-1. No, that's exaggerating. 1-9s. All right, let's say 2-0s. Either way, they're flying, right? They're
Mhm.
flying at 30 miles per hour into 60 feet. How much faster can we go safely?
This is a
That's
good
my
point.
question. That's my
Very
question
good
every
point.
time, right? Because I think even we touch the subject, right? If you're going more than 30, 31 miles per hour, I can't off the top of my head remember. It might even be in the rules. You have to have a cage. And I got news
Mhm.
for you. Building a cage for these cars, it's not easy. Now you're
I
gonna
imagine.
say Brian's car, right? I think he has a Porsche. I could be wrong. I think he's the guy with the Porsche, right? So that's the brushless setup he has. Again, I could be wrong on the car, right? But
I'm trying to
you're
think.
gonna.
Yes, oh shit. Oh, why did I curse? Oh, I'm trying to think of the name of the car.
That's what happens when you're having a
Oh, he
good
has
time,
Corvettes. He has
man.
Corvettes. He has
Okay,
Corvettes.
so that's what's on the brushless motor. It's the same thing we run. And let's be honest, man. I just seen some pictures of a car that just flipped on an outlaw setup.
Mhm.
It's I don't think it's any safer over 30 miles per hour. I don't care what, I don't want to say that because I want the sport to keep going and going and getting faster and faster, breaking records. The safety aspect, we're pushing limits right now.
I
I
would
think,
agree with that.
yeah,
I would agree
it's
with that.
just I don't know. I see his point. I really do. And I see where he wants to go with it. We even had private conversations about it. Just regular conversations. He's a great guy, man. He seems like, he's all in about Power Wheels and he tries to help as much as he can. But I just don't see it, man. I don't see this being, why am I going to spend 2 grand to go 30 miles per hour when I can spend I don't know. And again, I haven't put a number to it because once you start doing numbers, you get discouraged, right? So let's just say 400 or 500 bucks into a car, and that's not including your paint, all that. Just the car to go fast, four to five
Mhm.
hundred bucks, and that's just a ballpark. It might be less, it might be more, depending how you do it. Um, I think it would be a waste of money, honestly.
I don't think it's 2 grand though. I don't think it's 2 grand. I think
Again,
you
I'm
can.
just giving you a huge
I know.
number.
I think
I don't
about a.
know.
I think with under 1,000, you can have a brushless car, like brushless
Okay.
setup. So,
You
but
want
it lasts a
honesty?
long time.
You want
Go ahead.
honesty? Under 1,000, I have a fully built car with
There you go.
professional paint job, you know, full wiring on the right way, motor. And again, it's not to compare sizes. That's not what I'm saying. It's just to compare what's going on with the aspect, right? Because he is adamant, man. He really wants Brussels to go, and
I know.
I really hope he finds a way. I really do, right? But I just uh,
Well,
imagine
you
me going to an event, right, and being, "Hey, I'm on a Brussels setup. Oh yeah, what you spend on that? $1,000. All right, let me dust you. You want to bet something? Like, I don't know. That's just
also
me thinking. Me
it's
thinking.
also a discouragement for people that wanna do it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We see this in my industry as well. Hey, people like, "I got 5K into this setup," and people's like, "I'm not spending all that money on to get into this." When you should be saying, "Hey, you can get into this for, like, $1,000 with
I'll
everything."
be honest, man. You'll build a reliable car with Amazon setup, getting the wires, the connectors, the motors, all that stuff. I think you're under 300 bucks. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I'm sure. If you're really uber handy, you can do
Yep,
a lot of stuff,
yep.
but it's all good. It's still in its infancy, but you bring up good points. How fast can these vehicles go and still be safe? We are talking about plastic tires and
Man, me
no
and Alex have
suspension.
had tired conversations. I'm talking days,
I
hours
bet
of
you.
safety, and we want to go faster. We even thought about some faster classes that I'm not going to talk about, but because people get antsy, man. You talk about faster, and they're like, "Oh, they said." No, we didn't. We just said that it was talked about. Okay, but yeah, man,
It's all good.
I think everybody's having fun. From here to Texas, everybody's having fun.
Good.
And that's over 1,000 miles.
That's good. I haven't really heard much from over on the West Coast yet, of people yet. They haven't reached out. Maybe we haven't reached out there yet.
Talking like Cali area type.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, Cali's.
I'll be honestly, man. I just don't know the rules. I don't know how.
Mhm.
I don't know how the imports would. I don't know if shipping is more. I don't know if they have different rules for more. They have so many weird rules over there that, let's be honest, do you really want to get into anything over there? They ref your car if it's too loud. Like, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh my god. We're gonna have to have you back on. Mention so you are you racing this weekend coming? Or
We are, yep. June
okay.
5th, we'll be at Maple Grove Raceway with Oxford Power Wheels Racing. All the guys over there, Teeterbilt, Trevor's Fast Life, driven by Lane, TDM Racing, Marley's Fast. We'll be out there, man. We got the whole crew coming. It's a pretty local race, so it should be Madhouse packed. This is my personal favorite track. I always say that. This track is huge. I don't know if look it up. Maple Grove Raceway, huge, man. I'm talking like they do big events there. Junior dragsters. We have the
Awesome.
opportunity to race there. It's dope, man. That's awesome.
Awesome. Well, you know what? Get that car built. I'm looking
All
forward to the
right.
video of it. I
Yes,
had a
sir.
great I had a great conversation. You're gonna be back on her, I'm sure. I'm
Let's hope,
positive that
man.
you
Hey, man, don't make
No,
me jump twice. All right, I already jumped once of excitement. I can't jump twice.
no, I definitely think this is gonna be a very popular podcast, and I'm sure Brian's gonna wanna rebuttal to your brushless one, so I'll probably have him on again when he gets on her.
Yeah,
But
man. Like I said,
but that's
you
how we
guys let
work
me know. It was a
that's
great,
how we
man. It was
work
a
things
pleasure.
out, right? That's how we
Yeah,
work things out and grow the sport. And I just
yeah.
wanted to say thank you to you, Teeter, everybody there at Oxford for what they're doing. You guys are doing some cool stuff, right?
Thank you,
And
man. Thank you. We appreciate every single one of you, man. From
yeah.
one like to a view, we appreciate every single one of you guys. I can talk for myself, and I can literally talk for everybody else, dude. Our excitement of seeing you guys after the events. At the events, we're mind blown. Trust me. You can probably ask me, and I probably won't even remember in 2 minutes. But after, when we get to see all the videos, like, dude, when I seen I know I'm cutting it high here. I know you're trying to get going, but when I seen the little pink tractor, dude,
Mhm.
I didn't see that in person. You're so in the moment that you don't notice. I was at the bottom of the track. You can see me, but I didn't remember that. Now, let me see that picture. I'm like, yes,
When it was
that's
pulling
what I'm
wheelie?
talking about. Yes,
Yes,
the
that's
pink track.
wicked.
Dude, I'm
That's
like,
wicked.
dude, that's what I'm talking about. This is what we do it for. You get what I'm
I
saying?
know.
Like, it's
That was
the
good.
excitement, man.
I I am going to I've been talking to Alan. I'm like, "Dude, we gotta figure out a way to get me and my daughter up there to one of these events." I wanna do content, but I also want her to enjoy herself, and she will not she wants to go see her auntie in New York because that's the only country she knows, and she thinks New York is America and all this type of stuff,
She's
so
down
I
the
tell her,
street, man. Right down the street. I think New York
"Yep,
might be 3 hours, two and a
there
half.
we go.
If you're strolling, you know.
We're gonna well, she lives in Jersey. We'll make it happen. We will make it happen."
There you go,
Jorge,
man.
you have a very happy, 4th of July,
Thank you.
and
You
all of
too,
you guys
man.
there at Oxford. I'll be looking forward to the videos from your race, and I thank you for coming on her, man. We're definitely gonna have you back on her. I love the energy.
Thank you, man.
I like you. I knew we was gonna get along right away. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Man, I like I said, I'm not. I was never gonna ask you to be on, but I was like, man,
No,
one
I'm
day,
happy you came.
one day, I'm gonna sit with Lefty and I'm gonna tell him about it. No, but thank you for
Good.
everything, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for always shouting us out, sharing our content. Thank you, honestly, man, from the bottom of every single one of us, our hearts. Thank you, bro.
Thank
Thank you. This
thank
is
you guys
no one. No
for
one's
accepting me
doing
and her.
what you're doing. Yeah, no one's doing what you're doing. And social media is the way to grow the sport, I believe.
Absolutely.
And I, you're doing great, man. Keep it up. You've had some awesome guests. You're on episode 7, I think, with this.
Yep.
And I watched every single one. Me and my daughter just sit down, relax, lay back after, she gets done dinner or something. And while we watch dinner, we have a great time, man. And I really like what you did with the last one. How you played the video in the background.
Yeah.
You gotta do that more often. That was awesome,
I can. It's easy to
Yeah.
do. It's easy
Yeah,
to
that
do.
was awesome.
It's no problem.
All
But I
right,
wanna thank
brother.
you're gonna be back on her. Now your daughter gets to watch you on the podcast. So
Yeah,
that's even
yeah.
better.
I can't wait to show her. She's like, Dad?
Awesome. Hey, dude, keep that energy. Keep that energy. I love it. I love it.
Thank you, brother.
And
Thank you for everything, man.
thank you for your time and all that you guys do. And good luck this weekend.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. You guys have a good one, man. We look forward to next time.
Sweet.
Are you looking to take your ride-on car to the next level? ML Toys makes it easy with plug-and-play modifications like motors, speed and brake controls, and more. ML Toys is the one-stop shop to make your ride-on car the coolest car in the neighborhood.
What's up, Alan? You've been busy.
Very busy. Very, very busy.
So I guess let's just go in there. We talked about you're making some wheelie bars or making a kit for people to have quick access to wheelie bars. And of course, we talked about the steering stabilizer. But first, let's talk about this contraption you have in front of you right now.
Yeah, I can't take 100% credit for this. One of the purposes of us going down to Rockingham for the drag races there was to see some of the pain points that the racers were working with and help come up with solutions. One of the great solutions that somebody else came up with, I wish I could quote who, was this crutch system for wheelie bars. Alex and I had been developing a wheelie bar system with Heim joints and threaded rods and all. And we might still continue with that because it is way more customizable. But, you're going to get into a couple $100 cost to get into. This wheelie bar crutch system costs less than $50 to do. And so we came up with this kit that has everything you need except the crutch. And crutches are easy to get. I went onto my town's Facebook page, said, "Hey, I need some crutches. Aluminum ones. You don't want the old wooden ones." And they come in different sizes. This is a children's crutch, and that's okay. I think you're better off with an adult size children's crutch, but fortunately, this one fits in the camera lens, so it was good to do the R&D on this. And it's such an easy kit. I was a little concerned at first with, would the aluminum be strong enough? And after seeing them in action in Rockingham, no question, plenty of strength on these. So I'm not really concerned about that. And it's just so easy to do. So this end of the crutch, we just took off the padding and put 4 holes in it. And this bolts onto the bottom of the car. So you have to first check your car, look underneath it, make sure you do have a flat spot that you can get it onto. You could get away with doing 2 bolts and not 4. We want the extra strength because you're going to have this on your rear bumper that's going to give you strength. But with 4 bolts, it also gives you the ability, if your wheelie bar is not touching the ground, then you can put shims underneath these 2 bolts and tilt the wheelie bar down further. So a little more customizable with the 4-bolt system. And for drag racing, you want that wheelie bar just touching the ground so that you always have the ability to steer. You never want the front wheels off the ground. If you're, I don't want to say backyard bashing, you're driveway bashing with the car, you're out on the street and you want the ability for your kid to lift the wheels, well, then you can set this so it'll give it a little bit of lift. You just have to keep in mind that as long as those front wheels aren't on the ground, they're not steering. In a 60-foot drag race, you need to be able to steer. So it's that simple. We've got an adjustable pivot bolt here, and it's just drilling 3/8 inch holes in the soft aluminum. It's really easy to do. This is the bar that would normally be down here and have the rubber foot on it. And once you take the foot off, there's usually a plate on this end of some kind. Ours was riveted on. We just cut the rivets off. Some are bolted on. Just depends on the brand of crutch. But you take that off the bottom and you just can flip this bar over and goes onto here. The wheel, we provide you a bolt that's the right length and diameter to go with. This is a Razor E100 scooter wheel. One of the things I've learned is do not use a cheap wheel. We've got guys hitting 40 miles an hour now in the 60 foot, and who knows what beyond 60 feet. And a Razor scooter, or any scooter doesn't go that fast. So you want to use a good quality wheel. These have steel ball bearings in them. We provide the wheel for you. Should last as long as you're out racing for. And that just bolts on the back. Bolt it on. Don't squeeze it so tight. It's really that simple. That it blew my mind how easy it is to make this. For the R&D end, it probably took me 2-3 hours to get it right because we have to figure out all the specs, how thick of a bolt should we use to get the durability and things like that. But honestly, if you buy this kit, I think in half an hour you have it bolted onto your car and ready to go. So wheelie bar.
Interesting. When you showed me this, I was like, no way. Like that guy on I watched him on TikTok. It was no way that you made this happen. And I was like, that's pretty ingenious. Whoever came up with this idea, that's pretty smart of him, man.
Yeah, I wish I could give the originator a shout out. I just don't know who it was. I saw it on one of the Facebook groups, and then we saw it in person. Actually, quite a few people had this kind of setup already. But yeah, how easy is this?
Pretty easy. So a crutch. Where can somebody get the Razor wheels from, and how much do they cost roughly?
Oh no, we when you get this is the kit that we sell, so it's going to come with the wheel already with it.
Perfect.
So under $50 gets you all the hardware you need to put it together. Videos on the website with the very simple instructions. I mean, it's kind of just look at it and figure it out almost.
Oh, yeah, we'll leave a link for that in the written description of this podcast, the video. I think I just saw that you put it out as well, and pretty ingenious. And it's good that you're also working on something else that's maybe a little bit more adjustable and a little bit more. I hate to say the word factory, not factory. You know what I? But this is a great solution for people who can do it for a very, very cost-effective price. You can do this easily. Now, I guess my next question would be, what is this compatible with most cars? Which can you name off a few that it's compatible with?
Yeah, so we know that it fits the Power Wheels C7 Corvette, the Lightning McQueen, the NASCARs. Any car that the chassis is low down, the Jeep Wranglers it should fit on. That one you might need a little spacer here. The Dune Racers it'll fit onto. And then other brands, it's always hard to say. I believe the Huffy C8 Corvette it'll fit onto. Anything that's low to the ground, all those low to the ground BMWs and Lamborghinis and all, wheelie bar them.
Awesome. And then people can paint it up black, whatever they want to do, and make it match their cars. I kind of like the aluminum look, but to build a crush as a wheelie bar, I never would have thought it. It's amazing.
Yeah, and you gotta remember, from here up, the obvious crutch look part is hidden. So when you see this piece of it, it's not as obvious that it's a crutch at first glance, which is all most people will be doing. But yeah, you can certainly paint them if you want.
Yeah, and we're not. I know you're not taking credit for this idea, but you can't remember who did it. But whoever invented this, kudos to you. Good job. Well done. That was pretty ingenuitive, if you ask me. Very hobby-esque, very tinkering. So good job. And you said this is available on the ML Toys site as well at the moment, or is it ready to go?
It is ready to go on the site as of this morning. I think it's like $40 on the site. I mean, so great. Don't put this on the car if you're driving around the backyard. Obviously, you're going to smack the wheel on stuff in varying height terrains and all and damage things.
Yeah, this is for racing. We're talking about racing here.
Yeah,
and,
I could see some people that have cars that are just running in the street that want the wheelie bar, and I think that's okay for it.
Yeah, it looks cool, right? That's all right. But not for off-road use. Not for off-road use at all.
Yeah.
All right. And also, you can save 10% with our coupon code. That will be in the link of this written description. You also have another product. Let's have a look at that. All righty, Alan. Now we got some factory stuff for her. Let me make you a little bit bigger so people can see this.
Cool. Yeah, skinny rod, a little hard to see. So these are steering stabilizer linkages. What these do is I don't have a steering linkage set up here, but these go from one knuckle to the other. You basically just add 2 holes in. These will come with these 3/8 inch bolts that go up into the steering rod. And the reason we do these, and credit to Alex Teter from Oxford Power Wheel Racing for this setup. Your steering linkages, the stock nylon ones, get a lot of wobble. Like wheels toe in and out a whole bunch. Even with new linkages, there's just not a whole lot of meat to them. In the drag racing world, you want some toe in on the cars to help keep them pointed straight. But even in backyard bashing, all that slop makes the car not steer too well. You don't get as tight of a steering if this wheel is pulling out on you, or this way this wheel's pulling out. So this locks that whole thing in place. We've got these set up with, now these were originally designed with 5/16 inch setups, but for the backyard bash here, we wanted to go stronger. So this is actually on a 3/8 inch rod and a 3 aluminum tube, threaded, and it's reverse thread on one side. So when you adjust one, it doesn't just move the rod back and forth. It actually will lengthen the rod and bring it back. So you basically just set the length that you want, and then you tighten these jam nuts down and lock it in place. So once you bolt this on your car, you can then adjust these and bring your wheels in or out. These will last forever on the car, and it just makes the steering better, more enjoyable. Your kid will be happier. Well, thank you that he can actually turn the car and there's less slop in it. Even makes the car a little quieter riding because you don't hear all that bouncing around. So we have 3 different lengths of the center tube, because obviously you can only adjust these so much. So we make them in 3 different lengths right now, and it specifies on the website which lengths fit which chassis designs that we know of. And as we figure out other cars that they'll fit on, or if we find a car that needs a longer or a shorter tube, we'll come out with other rods. But right now, this is doing Lightning McQueen, NASCAR's Corvette C7, and something else. I don't remember what it says it on the site. Sorry, guys.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Thanks to Alex Teter for all his R&D and all that good stuff, getting this all done. Now people can get this in a little factory kit. It looks cool. And of course, this is up on the website, and we have links for this in the written description of this podcast. I have a question. We're going to finish up on this because I don't know when we're going to be recording. We'll be recording again. What did you think of Brian's talks about the brushless systems on the car? He was using RC stuff.
Yeah, I love that talk. He's spot on. I mean, if you use brushless with electronic speed controllers, you'll be able to get more power, customize that ramp up that you have in the power. It takes almost all of it away from the driver. The driver is now just, along for the ride when you do that. And now it's going to be the dads racing to see who can program the best. It's very expensive what he's doing. You're talking about putting thousands more into a car to get it running. But in any motorsport, he who puts in the most money wins the most. It's just the way it goes. So it has that potential. It's just a harder barrier for entry. And I think when the sport is as new as it is, there's less people that want to put that much into it. Also, in a car that a kid's 3 to 5 years max will run, whereas an RC car, you can race them forever and ever. But once your kid doesn't fit in the car, but I could see down the road us developing, like he's using 2 RC car motors with 2 speed controllers and having to fabricate a pedal system to control them. Down the road, might we make our own single speed controller that'll run both motors and have a variable throttle? Yeah, but I don't think the racing world's ready for that yet. It's cool stuff. We need people like Brian to push the technology.
Absolutely. And we'll see what happens, right? Getting that ESC and getting all that tuned in. That's like, what do we say? Out of racing comes lots of innovation. I love that you're into it now. You went on and watched all the racing there at Rockingham, and I know you're that brain is ticking up there.
Yeah, I want to see a Michigan versus Maryland showdown. Those 3 groups, because you got Michigan, Ohio, and Maryland, Oxford. They need to meet up and just duke it out. And the cars are built different, but at the end of the day, the fastest class is always the most glorious class.
Yes.
So let's have an open race and see who can really put down the fastest 60-foot.
There you go. You have issued the challenge by ML Toys. I love it. It. Alan, thank you for your time. Thank you for all your support. Good stuff with the crutch. I mean, kudos to the person who invented that. It absolutely blew my mind like it did. I was like, so, and making a cool package for the average Joe to go out there and do it. I mean, I can get crutches too, but I don't need a drag. I don't need it because we're not going that fast, and it's on the Dune Racer. We're going off-roading with my daughter. So thank you all. We guys hope you guys like these product spotlights. And we probably will have some more, and not just from ML Toys. Let's see if you got some products out there you'd like to for us to spotlight. Let us know, and we see if we can do it. Alan, thank you for your time. Thank you for everything. Thank you for innovating, and we'll see you on the next podcast. From Lefty and Alan, we're out. Stay powered up with Power Wheels.